Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The Global Impromptu Speaking session number 153. Thank you so much for joining in today and helping us improve in communication and become a reasonable, good communicator or public speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, in every Global Impromptu session, one person takes over and gives you the topic of his choice or her choice and let you speak, allow you to speak for 1 to 2 minutes to share your opinion. Whatever you say is completely all right. When you say something, at least you have tried something. Thank you so much for that. You will speak for 1 to 2 minutes and remain silent for the remaining entire session. That means you care for people, you give them importance, you seriously want them to improve and become a good human being and society member. Today, host is our topics master is Dr. Farida, and to support her, somebody will manage time for each one of us. That is none other than our another honorable lady, our great support as always, Toastmaster Sunita. She will explain the timing mechanism, how she is going to manage her time. Over to Toastmaster Sunita, ma'am.
Okay. Uh, as usual, we will have minimum of 1 minute. You can't hear me? Okay. Minimum of 1 minute. When the green capsicum will be shown, at 1.5 minutes, the yellow capsicum will be shown. And at 2 minutes, the red tomato will be shown. And you have a grace period of 30 seconds. Okay.
Thank you so much, Sunita ma'am. Really appreciate. Now you are, I think, exhausted and tired. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Let's put our hands together for these two beautiful ladies before we start the session. Toastmaster Sunita and Toastmaster Farida. And let's put our hands together to welcome Toastmaster Farida as the host or the topics master of the meeting on the podium. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, and a very good evening to my Global Impromptu family members. You know, I was watching the previous sessions. Today, we are well into across the first century, and we are well across the 150th session, and we are well going onwards towards a 200th session. But I was watching the older sessions, the 30th session, the 40th session, the 50th session, and so many of our distinguished speakers are missing from the forum now. And I was thinking about it that in the last few sessions, all we have been talking about is quotes, proverbs, sayings, life lessons, hope, peace. But what was unique about our previous speakers was that they had great storytelling abilities. Today, I'm going to go on a rewind and I'm going to challenge all of you with phrases, and you can take up the phrase and present your storytelling abilities to the maximum. So this is what it's going to be all about. I'm only going to give you phrases. They're going to be open-ended. You can take it wherever you want to. You can present a story like Abhinav. You can go to a life lesson. You can turn it into a quote. It's all up to you. The word of the day tonight is heliacal. Heliacal means relating to or near the sun. I know it's a challenging word, but I would request all of you to try and use it to the maximum, at least once for sure. Okay, so here we will start the meeting. The first speaker for tonight is TM Umar. TM Umar, are you ready for your topic?
Yes, after the topic I will be ready. Just kidding.
So you're the opening batsman, and the topic for you tonight is a story as old as time. A story as old as time. TM Umar, take it away.
I have heard this thing. A story as old as time. That is interesting. A story as old as time is of my own story. It is your story. Because the day you are born and the journey that you continue to have, these are the stories that you are creating, and it will go as old as you go. From your birth, day of the birth, till the day of your death. It is that span of life that will decide your story. You have come in this world crying. So you want to go from this world crying also. That decision is based on your story. What kind of story you are living? What kind of story you are weaving for yourself? What are the beauties of life you have experienced? What are the things that you love and you have been loved for? So you want to create your story. You are the author of your story. Nobody else is. So if you have the power to create your own fairy tale. So why think in terms of limitations? Make it imaginative. Make it as beautiful as you can. Put in all the masala in it, the capsicum, the tomatoes, all the ingredients in it to make it most spicy as you can and most interesting. You have that power in you and nobody else. Don't put the remote control of your life in anybody's hands. You are creative of your story. Live as if it's the last day of your life. Live it to the fullest. And your story is as old as you are. And it's you are weaving each and every day, one day at a time. It is going on every second of your life. So make it the unforgettable story of your life. The one story that everybody will remember you for. Over to you, Tabitha Master. You are on
Well,
mute.
well done. So the next speaker for tonight is TM Savita.
Yes, please, Dr. Farida.
The topic for you tonight is a long and winding road. A long and winding road. Take it away, TM Savita.
Thank you so much, Dr. Farida. Long and winding road. I heard my mother saying how the life was there when they were on the other side of the line. They had plenty. They had enough for whole extended family. They were happy. They were quite rich. And when the bell rang, when the people at the higher profiles started having some disputes, then they even didn't get time to pack their things. They literally had to rush and save their lives. The roads were not easy. They were winding roads, long roads. They didn't know where it would end, but they had to save their lives. Mother, father, grandparents, they all rushed on those winding roads, long roads. And it took them number of years, more than 2 to 3 decades to settle at new place. It was very challenging for them if you go to find things. That was the thing some politicians decided at that time. So those stories I just heard, but parents, they were part of it. They went through those phases. Very, 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 what should I say? Can't even express what they went through. Just one piece of cloth, nothing to eat for 2 to 3 days, children dying and no place to, bury them. Very bad phases. But life is like that. For some people, so many people have gone through. And now also at this stage, some people are going through that phase. So life has long roads and so many turnings are there. But if it ends at good, ending is good, then you don't mind, okay, the past has gone and the present is good. At last they settled and they made me and my siblings better human beings and gave everything what they could. So we are very grateful to those parents and elders who took that long roads and made children settle. Thank you. Back to you, Dr. Farida. That was my story.
Thank you very much indeed. Indeed, a heartfelt story shared by you. Thank you very much, TM Savita. The next speaker for tonight is TM Navin. TM Navin, are you ready to speak? Yes.
Yeah, sure. Please.
The topic for you tonight is waiting for the rain to drop. Waiting for the rain to drop. Take it away, TM Navin.
Fellow Toastmasters and dear friends, it's a long journey, and in this journey, we have all types of seasons which come in between. Yes, there are going to be some rainy days, there are going to be some sunny days, and all types of weather. So, what are you really waiting for? Are you really waiting for a harvest to reap for the rainy day? Why don't you make a provision for all types of seasons and make merry in any seasons and enjoy all types of seasons which do come up, because life is always going to be uncertain, and there are going to be different seasons everywhere at different places. Let me give you an example. The place where I live in Singapore, we've got 3 seasons which take place every day. And of course, do you expect over here, that is, we're going to expect only wait for rain on each and every day? Of course not. So that's how life is. So let me give you my own example. Like, for example, I've been waiting for the opportunity for the travel restrictions to ease since the past 1 year, or maybe more than 1 year, 15 months, but they have not yet eased. And I've been waiting for this opportunity every month, and something or the other just comes up for the restrictions to get eased up. But nevertheless, I have learned to operate in a different way, to delegate tasks to my near and dear ones where I cannot be physically present, and to take care and settle out the matter. And that's what living is all about. It's not about waiting for the rainy day. It's about learning to harvest even despite any days when it doesn't rain. So let us take an opportunity during these trying times to work in all seasons, to embrace all seasons, and to embrace all types of people who are deprived of certain facilities due to bad reasons, bad rains, or maybe bad seasons. Over to you, Toastmaster Farida.
Fantastic, fantastic. You got the gist of the phrase. The next speaker for tonight would be Samriddhi. TM Samriddhi, could you unmute yourself?
Is that me or?
Yes, am I audible?
Okay, I'll take you next.
Samriddhi.
I'll take Samriddhi Srisha next. Could TM Samriddhi, yeah, you already unmuted. The topic for you tonight is sleeping for a long time. Sleeping for a long time. TM Samriddhi from India. Take it away, please.
Thank you, table topic master, madam. So I'm really, I can relate this topic very much to my tonight's schedule. I am not a person who sleeps a lot, but tonight I have been sleeping a lot. Today the club which I am part of, we had a meeting. So I have been sleeping just after the meeting. I slept, and then now again I was in full mood. So I was just wanting to have this session so that I can attend. Otherwise, I sleep for a very less time. Very less time. I mean, just 4-5 hours. I just try to study hard. But I'm honestly, I'm not able to weave any story around my sleep thing, because I am a person who sleeps really very less. But yes, I have my friends who sleep a lot, and it's a hard time to wake them up. Even my brother, for that matter, he just says me that I'll just sleep for 10 minutes and please wake me up. So I tried to wake him up by every mechanism, by shouting at him, by calling him up. He would not even pick my phone. He would just do that. But I honestly have not been able to weave any story. I've just recently joined Toastmasters. I just gave my icebreaker this Thursday. I'm sure whenever this would be a challenge next time, I would improve myself and give a better impromptu. Thank you, madam.
Well attempted for a novice. You've attempted very well. Actually, these are phrases, so they are not to be taken literally. So humanity is asleep at large on many issues. This is what I wanted you to take the phrase away to, but it's okay. You attempted very well, sweetheart. You did well. Just a gentle reminder, the word of the day is heliacal, which means relating to the sun or near the sun. The next speaker for tonight is TM Sampriti Shrestha. Sorry, I'm sorry I bungled your name. TM
Yeah.
Sampriti Shrestha.
Yes.
Yes. The topic for you tonight is going for ice cream. Going for ice cream. Take it away.
Thank you, Toastmaster Farida, for the topic. Going for ice cream. I don't know what exactly it means. I'll take it as a simple going to the ice cream phase. And from the childhood, I was someone who didn't like ice cream. And it was strange that everybody used to like ice cream, but I never liked ice cream. But slowly, as I started growing, uh, I started to like ice cream, and then I started to grow fat. And I wanted to stop eating ice cream, but um, the more I started thought about giving up ice cream, I wanted to eat more and more sweets, and the circle continued. And it's something that if you have those sweets, you'll start craving sweets. And if you but sweets are something you should avoid, because it's something very not good for your health. So thank you, that's all.
Good take. The next speaker for tonight would be TM Babu Gupta.
Yes, Toastmaster.
Good evening. The phrase for you tonight is to make lemonade. To make lemonade. Take it away. TM Babu Gupta.
Yes, I have not got so much salt or so much lemons in my life that I can make a lemonade out of it. But yes, I have seen people that, and the phrase there is in Hindi that when milk burns, make sweets, that is called rasgullas in India, make rasgullas out of it. Because when you do not have any thing, you see that there is dark, or you don't find any way, then the light from at the end of the tunnel is always there. Because if you can see the darkness, you can see the darkness, that means you are not blind, and you can move, or you can also mingle here and there in the darkness, but you have the capacity to move forward in the darkness as well. That's why when you have a lemon, you should make a lemonade out of it. Whether you have the sugar or not, at least you can fulfill your thirst out of it. You will not remain thirsty throughout the day. Someone has rightly said that if half a loaf is better than no bread. That's why a lemonade, whether you have sugar in it or not, is always going to fulfill your thirst to some limits. At least it is not the water from the sea which is going to not fulfill your thirst or fulfill the thing you want. That is why I always look into my life and see for the one last thing or the one positive aspect that is left. Right now I am in a COVID situation. My employees are less there, but still I have got two employees, and I am happy with that, because I know that with these two employees I can run my organization, and I can again recruit new employees in them. I will keep on making the lemonade with these two lemons that I have in my organization, and then I will give you a good lemonade with sugar, and you will like it. Thank you, and back to you.
Fantastic, fantastic. Yes, we should maximize the utilization of our resources. The next speaker for tonight would be TM Saurabh. TM Saurabh. Hi.
Hello, good evening, ma'am. How are you?
Good evening. I'm fine, thank you. The topic for you tonight is grinning from year to year. Grinning from year to year. And the word of the day is Heliacal. Take it away. TM Saurabh Jarayal.
I'm topic master for the Toastmasters and my dear fellow guests. Grinning from year to year. It is a human tendency to grin about the years which we have lost. The years where we have taken certain decisions we still regret. But do you really think that these decisions which you are regretting now is useful? Everybody makes mistakes, everybody gets better. But what we need to understand is that past is not always affecting you. Your present is the thing which can affect you. So rather than focusing on the years which have been lost, why can't we focus on the years which are yet to come? This particular quote reminds me of a great movie, Kung Fu Panda, my favorite movie. Do you know why? Because when Po meets the Kung Fu Master, the white peacock, who has killed Po's parents, who have made him feel and live in poverty for life. Still, even after meeting Chang, Po gives him a smile. And when Chang asks him that why are you smiling? I took away your everything. You lost your parents just because of me. Just because of me, you have lived like an orphan. Just because of me, you became a spirit of vengeance. To which Po says something very beautiful. That once my master told me that tomorrow was a mystery, was a history. Yesterday was a history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why we call it present. And it never matters, Chang, that what you were yesterday. What matters is what you are today and what you're willing to do tomorrow. Wounds can heal, but what cannot heal is regret. So if you stop regretting those things, you'll become a better version of yourself. And with that particular line, who has said something, he has not only inspired Chang, but he has also inspired me to stop regretting on decisions. And so, my dear Toastmasters, if you're regretting on mistakes, just remember one thing, that everybody makes mistakes and everybody gets better. So if you have done a mistake, you should be happy that you are on verge of becoming something better. Over to you, topic master.
Fantastic, fantastic. The next speaker for tonight is TM Zainab.
Hi.
Good evening. The topic for you tonight is to dance like no one is watching. To dance like no one is watching. Take it away, Zainab.
First of all, I would like to wish a very good evening to everyone. The topic given to me is to dance like no one's watching. And I think this is something that all of us try to do, or at least have heard of in our life and have wanted to do. But I will agree that when you are faced with reality in these kind of situations, it's not always easy to dance like no one's watching, because even when you're alone, you're subconsciously conscious of everything that is happening in your life. And with the ups and downs in your life, we don't have, I wish we did, but we don't have something like a helical of Cyrus, which is a star which used to, a rising star which used to tell people about the floodings. We don't have indications like those in life. Life just happens. And I think this is one of the things which has been constant about life. The only constant thing about life is change. And to adapt to all of the changes and to dance along with all of those changes and to accept them fully and be able to take them on carefully and being able to waltz around your life like no one's watching you. It's not an easy task for everyone. And everyone does not even have that privilege to do that, because sometimes life can be very brutal, I believe. And a lot of times you cannot just waltz around it. Sometimes you get dragged along it. Sometimes you have to climb on all fours just to get through one step. So as much as I would like to dance like no one's watching, I have to be subconsciously conscious of everyone watching. And that would be it. Thank you so much.
Proud of you. The next speaker for tonight is TM Kanupriya. Kanupriya? Yes. Hi, good evening. So you're a Cavalier?
Yes.
Okay. So the topic for you tonight is knowing what I know now. That's a phrase. Knowing what I know now.
I cannot really relate. Good evening, everybody. The topic I got today is knowing what I know. I cannot really relate to the topic, and I can't really
Would
get
you
the
like to
meaning
have
of the
another one?
phrase. What?
Would you like to have another topic?
Yeah, sure.
In the dark of the night. In
Can I
the
go
dark
with the previous
of
one?
the night.
Can I go with the previous one then?
Whatever, take it away.
So, good evening, everybody. I already said the topic, so I cannot really make a story out of it. But going with the simple meaning, knowing what I know, for me, it is really important right now because now I'm in the so-called board exam year. So I would be really, really glad if I actually remember and I know what I'm studying right now. Right now, I'm solving some questions related to Pythagoras theorem. So what I'm learning right now would surely be in the exams that is coming next March, I guess. Possibly because this year it got cancelled. So if I remember what I know right now, what I'm learning right now, it would be so great for it would be so good to me, and I would really be happy about it because it's important to me as of now, and probably in the future also it'll be important. So yeah, thank you.
Great, fantastic. So the next speaker for tonight is TM Jesse.
Yes.
Good evening, Jesse. The topic for you tonight is a phrase which goes like this: 101 reasons. 101 reasons. Take it away. TM Jesse.
When you want to do something, you have one reason to do it. But if you want to escape that thing, you will give 101,000 reasons you give. Human being is such a smart person. How they will find same reason, same purpose to do. If your mind is set, you can set on the moon or go near the heliacal. But if you think that, you simply think the whole world can think that you can do it. It's so easy. But just the stubborn mind is not accepting. You give all the reasons, all the lame reasons, and you will escape it. That's the personality of the human being. This 101 reason, I think you need to reverse it and see why should I do certain thing for 101 better reasons. Then probably we will change. Man needs to change. It's too much that we have been dodging to do something good, giving all the lame reasons. But rather we have to keep thinking, if it has come to me for a good cause, and if I can give meaning to the task that has come to me, I have 101 reason to do it and not escape from it. This is the way we need to. But even preachers also not practices. God knows when it comes to me whether I will do it with 101 positive reasons, or I will dodge it with 1,000 reasons. That all depends on the time, depends on the situation, depends on the person. But as far as I say, 101 reasons, reverse it for doing something better and strengthen yourself. The more you give, the better you become. Over to you, Toastmaster Farida.
Well done, well done. The next speaker for tonight is TM Dinesh Reddy. A gentle reminder, the word of the day is heliacal. TM Dinesh Reddy, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can. You're loud and clear. So the topic for you tonight is against all odds. Against all odds. Take it away. TM Dinesh.
Thank you so much, ma'am, and good evening, everyone. Against all odds. I think, against all odds. We sometimes go, feel like, what if we do this? What other people might think, right? We will look for the opinions of others, and they'll feel bad, and we'll take the decision out, right? And so what I think, what I can take from this phrase, I think, against all odds is, whatever the situation, we can go, whether it's, sometimes you feel wrong, you can go for it instead of feeling bad. There might be obstacles in between. The people say you can't do it, you can, this is not your cup of tea, and all, and so, but what you can do is, if you take that one single step, that I can do it, and if you take the step, it will take you to the next level, definitely. So that will, at the end of the day, even if you lose that particular thing, whether you're a table topic or anything, any exam or any interview as such, right? If some doubters will always be there, but if you take that step, and even if you fail, you'll be happy. You won't feel the regret at the end of the day, right? And rather than missing the opportunity, regret feels more worse than anything. So sometimes I feel we can go against the odds and do your best. I think that's what I can take it from here. Faridama, thank you so much.
Great, great. And yes, the capsicums do look very fresh, Vandana. The next speaker for tonight is TM Vibha. TM Vibha, can you show your video, please? TM Vibha Bharti.
Yeah. Hi, good evening.
Good evening. Are you ready to take a topic?
Yeah.
Yeah, the word of the day is Heliacal. And the topic for you tonight is painted a brilliant white. Painted a brilliant white. Take it away, TM Vibha.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster. Painted a brilliant white. Very nice topic. So I may speak or not, I don't know, but I will give it a try. As we all know, white color includes all the colors of rainbow. The same way I am getting this phrase, paint a brilliant white.
Today is Pentecost Day, Pentecost Sunday.
Yeah, excuse me, ma'am. Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, can you explain this phrase? Meaning?
I can give you another topic. It's okay.
Yeah.
The next topic that I can give you is a second chance. A second chance. Take it away. TM Vibha.
Thank you so much. A second chance. Very nice topic. When we do anything, we have many things to do. It is up to us how do we taking care of the way or taking care of things. In my opinion, everybody gets second chance to win the game, but it's up to us how we deal with the situation. As I can give one example from my life, that I'm from a remote area of Bihar, where I couldn't able to do anything as per my choice. I had to do everything according to the elders or according to the teachers who suggested me or told me. But the thing is, something somewhere, something was hidden in my mind. That was to be an independent woman, where in rural area or villages, it's very, it's really, you can say, it was difficult to get step out of your door or step out for doing any work. But the thing is, I had the that desire, and then I got I can when I migrated to the urban area, and I thought I can do, and I can do whatever I wanted to do in my life. So I tried to go with the different ways, and I tried to do many things for getting the second chance, which could, like, in this age, in like sorry, I'm being hesitated. Yeah, if you are away from, like, if it is too late, you feel that I can't do, or the thing is not cup of my tea. But at that time, life gave me second chance to do things as per my choice. So I stepped out of my house, and I proved myself, and I showed the society and my family that I can do many things. You never gave me a chance, but I could get a second chance by God's grace. So that is my take on side. Thank you so much.
Fantastic, fantastic. I personally believe that we should not limit our challenges, but we should challenge our limits. I'm sure that you'll achieve great, great, great success in your life. Keep joining us. You spoke well for a first timer. Once you will get into that comfort zone, you will become more fluent. So welcome. The next speaker for tonight is Indu, TM Indu. Hi. Yeah.
Yes.
Good evening.
Yes, hi.
Hi.
Yeah.
So the topic for you tonight is getting a promotion. Getting a promotion. Take it away, TM Indu.
Okay. Wow, getting a promotion, that's such a lovely topic, and that is something that makes someone jump with joy, and that is the ultimate thing, and everybody dreams about it, and everybody has experienced it sometime or many times. It's different for different people. So one should always aim for moving up the ladder, and um, setting yourself those targets, personal targets which you can achieve, and also a promotion in a company is all right, but a promotion in life is about moving up to the next level of your own personal growth, and meeting one challenge after another, and once you're able to overcome a set of problems and difficulties, you can aim for something more, something tougher than that, and that gives you a big high. And I think even if you just focus on your own self development, the rest of the things just takes care of itself, instead of focusing on a career, etc. um, so I believe that when you improve yourself, or when you focus on any one area of your life, then the rest of the things automatically fall into place. And that's why it's not necessary that you need to, keep an eye and focus on each and every area, because I think doing one thing right and just keep having the discipline in the same will help you ensure that the other things also automatically, things just start flowing, and there is more positivity and there is automatic growth in life. So that's what I believe. Thank you so much.
So the next speaker for tonight is Marella, TM Marella Rodriguez. You're already unmuted, but could you show your video, TM Marella? Okay, we'll move on to TM Vandana. Vandana, are you ready to speak?
Yeah, I can speak.
Okay. Hi.
Hi.
So the topic for you tonight is overcome with disappointment. Overcome with disappointment. You joined in late, so I'm giving out phrases tonight instead of quotes or proverbs, and you have to build a story around it if possible. The word of the day is Hiliakan. So the phrase for you is overcome with disappointment. Take it away. TM Vandana.
You always think you'll find your soulmate and it's going to feel amazing and you will spend the rest of your life with that person. And that's what you read in all the fairy tales, Cinderella, Snow White. But no one tells you about that guard who tries to cut out the heart of a deer to show that, Snow White is no more, or the cruel sisters who try to take away Cinderella's happiness. We all focus on the happily ever after. But have you thought about all the bad things that could happen when you fall in love? No, we're all fools. We take that leap of faith and we decide to give ourselves fully to that relationship. But at what cost? At forgetting who you are? Giving up all your wants and desires for that person? Think about it. What are these incredibly obnoxious standards that society put on us, especially as women? Oh, she has to take care of the entire house. Oh, she shouldn't go out late at night. Is that what women should bear? It's not safe for them. And then what happens? You are in a relationship with someone, but you are no longer yourself. So then maybe you need to decide to walk away. Yes, I was heartbroken. It was difficult for me to walk away from a relationship which I thought was with my soulmate. And I overcame that with disappointment. I decided that I need to love myself first before I could love anyone else. I realized that the most important relationship is what I had with me as an individual, what I define for myself, my wants and desires. And only then I would be able to love someone else. After I slowly started discovering myself, drawing my feelings, I did find that someone who I could share my heart with. I did overcome all the disappointments of my life. Every relationship is work. But remember, you need to work on yourself. Over to you.
Fantastic, fantastic. The next speaker for tonight is TM Sunita, our timer. Yes. So Sunita, the topic for you tonight is sit in silence. Sit in silence. Take it away. TM Sunita.
Good evening, Global Impromptu family. Toastmaster Farida. Sit in silence. That is something very, very difficult for me to do because the only way I can be actively involved in something is I have to talk to people or I have to hear people talking. So I need to have either the TV or the radio or something or the other. If it's not me chattering, I need to hear someone chatter. But as I'm growing older, I realize that you need to keep quiet for some time. That is what all meditation is about, I think, because I have personally not experienced that as yet. But that is what everybody says. You have to sit quietly and you have to allow your mind to be like a clean slate and imagine that you're in some calm, beautiful place, and in the silence you will. Because they tell you, those who look outside dream, but those who look inside awaken. So, for that awakening to happen, you need to be silent. You need to cut off all the sounds around you and absorb the beauty of the moment, to live in that moment and to relish that. So, for that, you need to have a bit of silence around you, and you have to also silence all those negative thoughts that come into your mind and which disturbs you. So, it's very important to develop that capacity to sit in silence and remove all thoughts from your mind. I'm working at it. Hopefully, I should reach there one day. Over to you, Toastmaster Farida.
Thank you. Great. So the next speaker for tonight is DTM Amjad Ali. I can see that TM Deepa has just joined, but we can take her after DTM Amjad Ali, if that's okay. Are you ready, DTM Amjad Ali? Is this a good time?
Yes, doctor.
Okay.
Yes, doctor. I'm ready.
The topic for you tonight is to join our club. To join our club. Take it away. DTM Amjad Ali.
Thank you, Madam Topics Master. To join our club. I used to use this word a lot when I used to invite people to Toastmasters International. But not only Toastmasters International, the club of my life, the positive club, the club where we all support each other. We speak one language, which is humanity. Forget everything outside, biasness, hatred, whatever differences you have, keep outside and come join this club. Trust me, that's what I have learned when I traveled. I've seen people, according to me, they're not handsome, they're not beautiful, but they are great achievers, game changers, life changers. And people, to me, who are beautiful, handsome, and they are mind blowing, but they are making hell of this world. But their club is not right. Their surrounding, their gathering is not good. Their mindset, their education is not correct. They are not speaking humanity. To join my club, you need to prioritize humanity first. Whatever you wear is all right. Whatever you think is all right. Whatever you eat is all right. But imagine and remember one thing. You did not choose yourself. Nobody have chosen themselves. That's the reason I prefer humanity first. And whatever distractions we see around is not actually liked by any single person, but only few people who are running as a business. So, ladies and gentlemen, forget all those such clubs which are spreading hatred, injustice. Join my club and join this club and join the club which is around you, which speaks, promotes, encourage humanity only. That club will make you more human. You look human, yes, but they will make you more human. That's what I'm trying in my life. Let's see when and what we achieve in our life. Thank you so much. Back to you, Madam Topics Master.
Well spoken as always. The last speaker for tonight would be TM Deepa.
Thank you, Toastmaster Farida.
Yes, tonight's theme is phrases. So I'm going to give you a phrase and we expect you to weave a story or speak on it. And the word of the day is Hiliacal. So the phrase for you tonight is in order to live. In order to live. TM Deepa, take it away.
In order to live, we do not have to have just the desire to survive, but we need to have the desire to excel and to be passionate about things that we love. And how do we find our passion? There are so many people around us, and including maybe yourself, who doesn't know what you're passionate about. And sometimes things remain that way. And there's a reason for that. Nature has its way of telling you that you need to explore things and figure out answers, put forth some questions, and find out where your true calling is. Toastmaster Farida, you may have wanted to be in the medical profession. Perhaps you found the calling before, but then you later heard why you're here, or you learned to enjoy your profession. And there are some who look for external answers, find your ikigai, as the Japanese say, and they figure out, they draw all those Venn diagrams, find out where they're good at, what they probably can contribute to, and then they find out their true calling in life. I would say, if you are in a similar situation, do not worry. There are so many of us like you, and it's just about going further and further and asking those questions and answering them, finding those answers for yourself. Living life is there for you to live and figure out why you're here and find your answers to it. What is your answer? Over to Toastmaster Farida.
Great. Thank you so much. Actually, my calling was to become Mrs. Tom Cruise, but I ended up in the medical profession by chance. So with this, I hand over the session again to DTM Amjad Ali.
Thank you so much, Dr. Farida, for managing this beautiful session. Who would like to give a topic to Dr. Farida?
Savita.
I would give it.
Sure, Savita, ma'am. Sure, please.
Dr. Farida, topic for you is their heads hanging down. I put in the chat also, their heads hanging down. Over to you.
A very good evening once again to my global impromptu family members. The topic that has been given to me is their heads hanging down. This is a scenario which unfortunately I face at least 2 times a week. It happens in our ICU. A lot of the patients who are ventilated, sometimes due to COVID-19, but sometimes due to other illnesses as well. And every time there's a failed CPR, and when we know that the patient has passed away and the nurses are beginning to remove all the electrodes and the catheters and the IV cannula, the doctors walk out of the rooms with their heads hanging down. But just because their heads are hanging down or low does not mean that their spirits are hanging down or low, because within seconds, they think about all the other patients that they have to look after and the duties that they have to do till the end of their shift. And this is what keeps the frontliners going. No matter if they are doctors, no matter if they are nurses, no matter if they are nursing assistants, of course, their heads hang down every time they lose a patient. But this is only momentarily. Their heads do not hang down because of disappointment, because of regret, or because they are not happy with the will of the Almighty. Their heads hang down or bow down to the will of the Almighty. Okay, the time of the patient was finished. This was his lifespan. and we lost him. We tried our best. We could not save him, and that's about it. And we accept the will of the Almighty. This is why the heads bow down and not otherwise, not because they are broken in spirit. I see this scene very often, and sometimes I feel that is this because we want to just console the relatives that yes, we tried our best and we share your sadness? Is it because of that? No. The answer to that is no. It's not a show. It is with genuineness in our hearts that we bow our heads. And more so for the relatives, we bow down our heads to the Almighty that yes, this is your will. The lifespan of the patient is over. We tried our level best, and so be it. So, this is my take for tonight. I know the word of the day is heliacal. I do believe that a lot of the frontliners who are absolutely exhausted and those who have passed away in the hands of the COVID 19 while looking after their patients are closer to the Sun, are closer to the Almighty in more ways than one. So they are definitely heliacal in every possible way. And this is my take for tonight. I know I can see the red tomato, Sunita. It's working. It's working just like Gavalier Jatin's breakdance. I miss you, Jatin. Come more often. A very good evening to all of you.
Excellent take, Dr. Farida, as usual. And all of our heads bow down in front of all of your front workers and medical profession for this COVID phase and otherwise also. Back to you, DTM Amjad.
Thank you so much, Sweta ma'am. Really appreciate for offering a topic to Dr. Farida. Thank you so much, Dr. Farida. And let's put our hands together to welcome Toastmaster Sunita ma'am to explain the timing report, please. Read out the timing report.
Yeah. Let's start with Toastmaster Umma, 2 minutes 20 seconds. Toastmaster Savita, 2 minutes 30 seconds. Toastmaster Naveen, 2 minutes. Toastmaster Samriddhi, 1 minute 30 seconds. Toastmaster Samriddhi Shresht, 1 minute 5 seconds. Toastmaster Babu Gupta, 2 minutes 15 seconds. Toastmaster Saurabh, 2 minutes 21. Toastmaster Zainab, 1 minute 30 seconds. Gavalia Kanupriya, 1 minute. Toastmaster Jesse, 2 minutes. Toastmaster Dinesh, 1 minute 45 seconds. Toastmaster Vibha, 3 minutes 20 seconds. Toastmaster Indu, 2 minutes. Toastmaster Vandana, I got a little lost over there, so I think it is 2 minutes 30 seconds. Toastmaster Amjadji, 2 minutes 20 seconds only. Toastmaster Deepa, 1 minute 45 seconds. Toastmasters Farida, I think you went beyond 2:30. I was not really. I started, I set the timer late. So, but it was good. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sunita. I really appreciate and emphasizing on my name and timing because today I could see the colors, honestly speaking. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Let's put our hands together to thank three beautiful ladies, Dr. Farida, Toastmaster Sunita ma'am, and Toastmaster Savita ma'am. A big hand for you. Kudos, kudos for managing this heliacal session. Really appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, with that power vested in me as the host of this meeting, I adjourn the meeting. It was 153rd session. Thank you so much for becoming family of this beautiful platform. Over to you.